Alright, welcome back. So we are on the road again. We've just come out we're actually coming out to have a look at Eagle View four-wheel drive track. So about an hour and a half north of Adelaide. We've just turned onto the dirt. We've also picked up Danny. So Danny's a good mate from Dobinsons Adelaide. He's coming out to give us a bit of a tour, see what this place is all about. We have been out here before, but it's been many moons ago. So yeah, myself in the Defender, Nick is obviously in the Patrol, Danny's in the work bus, so he's in the Triton. That thing is obviously set up pretty well. May have missed the turn off. Yep, oh, I have missed the turn off. So yeah, Eagle View four-wheel drive track. It's Brenton is the owner operator out here. Lives on site. But yeah, we'll get out there, pull up, sign in, check in, air down, do all the usual stuff, and get straight into it. Let's see how we go. So yeah, time to catch up with Brenton. Probably wake him up because we're a little bit early. Say good day to Danny. Probably should introduce the man. Have you spoken to Brenton this morning, Danny? No. He's probably still cooking eggs.
I can hear the generator going. He's probably building the house, so.
There's always something going on out here, so.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens.
If we don't get outdone by a Triton, mate.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I don't think we will. You reckon there'll be much water?
There'll be a few puddles, but
that's it.
Should be
We
fine.
have had a fair bit of rain in the last 14 days.
Yes, but it soaks up pretty quick up here. So.
Yeah, right. Good.
Pretty quick.
Yep, good. I don't think we need anything too foggy.
Putting a hoodie on and we're just getting a little bit of a sprinkle of rain too.
I think that's good enough for this side.
21.
Probably goes about 20. What are you getting down to?
I've been a little bit inquisitive on how far they bag out, so I've gone 15 and 18.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're just reversing out from the shed where we've done all the formalities. Danny is leading the way in the Triton because you cannot frighten a Triton, as I've been told. The sun's starting to just poke its head out, but yeah, done the formalities, bit of paperwork for insurance purposes, like most four-wheel drive parks, and we're heading up over the first ridge.
So Brendan's just given us a good rundown, so everyone that comes in obviously gets a map, gets a bit of a brief talk about what you can and can't do, what are some of the highlights, also what you might want to avoid pending your experience. So yeah, not sure what to expect. Let's have a look at this first hill climb.
The locker in.
I guess these are usually a lot deeper.
Oh yeah. It wouldn't take much to spin them up, I do.
nice drive. Just needed to pop that bit there, and he was up. That was very nicely driven. Alright, here we go. Some big holes to start off the day. Very big holes. Oh, we're up. We're up.
Low range front e-locker is on. First attraction, I guess. First obstacle, red gum revenge climb. Why do they call it that? Well, there's a big red gum there. Danny had a little bit of trouble just with getting some wheel placement, but got up. IFS Triton, obviously. Marco just crawled it. Since he's done that gearing, completely different vehicle, but there is some pretty big ruts in this thing. But yeah, a big red gum on the left, so if you start spinning like Danny did, you just edge your car closer to that red gum that's had a few knocks and scratches out of it. Pesky Triton showing us up.
Alright, sun's out now, it's hot. Not complaining. That was the introduction to the park, basically. There's 2 easier sections to go around, but that's the first challenge. And those holes are deep, very deep. Any IFS vehicle, I mean, Danny's got a locker in the Triton, so without that you wouldn't be making that up there. Coming up next, I reckon there's a bit of sightseeing to do. Brenton said something about some old mines. Can't remember if he said copper or gold. Let's see what Danny has in store for us.
Good story, mate. Yeah, right, it's pretty cool actually. Yeah. Obviously not allowed to go too far in, I wouldn't imagine.
No, but just have a look and see what they used to work in those sort of conditions.
Yeah. Actually, it's a pretty nice view too.
Out to Riverland.
Not a bad property. So we're coming up to the first rule. That little red gum revenge was a little bit of it. Never used to be there. Obviously things get driven and get harder and harder and more gnarly, so there is an easy track around that. You don't have to take the hard road. Same with anywhere on this property actually. Brenton was saying that although you can take the hard option, there are other easy options too, and it's pretty damn picturesque. You can see right over the flats here, so this is where it I can see a low range track sign, so that sounds like a good time ahead.
Alright, full drive track. Engage low range. Well, I've already been in low range once. Back in it we go. So there's definitely signs of a lot of water coming down this hill. Oh, I might have needed first gear here. No, we're good. I think the advantage here is probably a big grippy tyre, really biting into those bigger rocks. And obviously Nick and myself are running 35-inch muddies, so the Triton has 33s on it. Not quite as extreme. But yeah, we're starting to climb quite quickly now. I wouldn't probably take a standard four-wheel drive up here as far as highway tyres go. Yeah, these rocks will bust a sidewall in no time. But I mean, with a decent set of tyres and very careful line choices, a small lift is going to help. But yeah, nah, so far, whew, pretty easy going. Now this track is a mixture of scenic driving, tough sections. The really hard parts are avoidable, from what I've been told. That doesn't mean that you can bring, you know, a two-wheel drive vehicle out here. If you don't have low range, this is not the place for you to come out and test your limits. This is a four-wheel drive park, so. And like always, and as we've noticed, the place is spotless, so Brenton obviously does well to keep on top of everyone, and everyone takes home anything they can bring out here.
Well, this section here is perfect. First, low range, foot off the brake and just let the car do the thing. So it's not super steep where it's going to run away from you. I don't have reduction gears. But it's a nice little section of track. Might even get it in second here and need a bit of throttle, but yeah, that section just behind me, just let the car do the thing and focus on where your wheels are going. Well, we're just turning off the main scenic track that we've been on for a little while. I've just scooted in front of Marco, but heading on to Winding Way. So this is pretty well one of the first rougher sections that we're turning onto. Looking forward to it.
This looks a little bit more gnarly. Danny, what couple of options here? What are you thinking?
I'll give the ride a try, don't think it's quite got traction to get up there. But we can try. I've got you guys to recover me.
There we go. So that one's good to go. We just set some cameras up and guide him up. Easy enough?
Not really.
A little bit of right foot required there.
It was what I think of as the excess.
Alright, well, partner up and we'll bring the others through.
I'm impressed with that Triton actually coming up this. He's taken the harder line to the right, the one that we'll take. But just gave it the right power when it was needed. I'm going to put a... I might try without the locker first. Mainly because there's a corner in it. I reckon, I don't really know, but it felt like the front wheel got in the air a little bit there.
Jesus. Yeah, I was almost thinking I'd have to drop it and run it over. Huge wheel lift by Nick. Massive. I think I'm going to go slightly to the left of where Nick went. Because that is a big hole. No problems. Hell, I was starting to get nervous after seeing Nick drive that. As you approach it, you're like, hang on a second, this looks a lot worse, but just send her up. Beautiful thing about these things, they tend to make you look like a better driver than you actually are. Nearly at the bottom of it. Keep coming. Just a little bit of that. Yep. Oh, good. Now a bit more of that. Yep.
Danny took a slightly... Who am I kidding? He took the chicken track. Keeps blaming it on this IFS Triton, but I don't know. I reckon it might be a little bit more of his capabilities. I'm taking the left-hand lane, which is a sharper turn into the second descent. Sweet. Right, we are steep here. Didn't look too bad actually with Nick coming down. You just can't see the track. So Danny went down a slightly easier line in the Triton, just because this turn at the bottom is pretty sharp. We should be able to just idle on down though. Gonna try and take it as wide as possible. So I've gone a little bit too wide here. Gone back a little bit. Worried I was not going to be able to get reverse there. Then I remembered I have changed the gearing. These, well, this one particular mud hole here is pretty deep, so we were warned. He said, yeah, probably don't bother going through there because it's almost, it's definitely over bonnet type of stuff, and we're not really here to skull drag ourselves through mud. Couple other slightly easier options by the look of it, but if you do get stuck out here and need a call back to base for a tow or anything, I think that's a minimum $100 call out fee. So don't when there's an easy line around, don't bother going through. Just enjoy it, drive around it. That's good. I wouldn't.
What are your thoughts on that one, Nico?
Pretty good little spot actually.
Yeah.
Didn't mind that little climb. Funny looking rocks actually, real smooth, but plenty of. If you didn't have a lifted car, there'd be a lot of diff smackers in that lot.
Oh yeah.
But good climb. You pick up a bit of altitude pretty quick up here.
I'll tell you where your wheels aren't, and that's on the ground. Yep. It's going to drop. That's it. Now your rear's going to drop as well. Easy, easy. Oh, beautiful. And then come this way a bit.
Quite the scrambly descent. We're off the worst of it now. The rocks are sort of in one sort of smooth part, well not smooth, far from smooth, I don't know why I said smooth, but in more of a track than the previous. It was just scrambly rocks. Danny had a severe lack of traction with a rear left up in the air quite a way when he came down. But yeah, slow and steady.
What have you done, mate?
Waiting for a mate.
Waiting for a mate?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You found some sand. Looks like a bit of water damage down here. Oh, God. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? Oh, jeez. It was an accident. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, like the hitch.
little step up there, not really a massive obstacle, but we thought we'd try 3 different lines through it. Danny, IFS, Triton, guide them through the easiest, well, the smartest option of the 3 or 4 lines you can probably take there. And then Marco, we took him wide, also a pretty good line as well. And then through the guts, where I said to Danny, pull me through the guts, I'll see how that goes. Obviously the worst line on that little obstacle, and you can see how much worse it was, more strain on the vehicle. It's a shit option as far as if you're chasing the easiest line. So you can see we're only a difference between a metre, or even like, yeah, the wheel width away from each line. So not a massive line difference as far as distance goes, but as far as ease and sensible, massive difference. But it's just, yeah, it's just something to be mindful of. Have a look at it. Each vehicle is different. IFS, solid front end, you know, lifted, not lifted. There's definitely a lot to be said for a good line. Well, we've just come up on a pretty long loop with tough sections scattered throughout it, as you would have seen. But this is what, Danny, Shepherd's Hill. Look out. Nice spot here. You can see a lot of rolling hills from up here. We're just kind of pointing out. Danny was showing us, you know, some of the climbs we've done this morning. Some of the tracks we've still also got ahead of us. So, what can we see in the distance there, Danny?
That's the Newman's climb rough option.
And that's still to come, will be?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the steepest one in the park.
Yep. Is this the highest point on the
I believe it
property?
is.
Or near on? Yeah, 360-degree views, that's for sure. The wind's howling a bit, but apart from that, it's been a beautiful day. Well, that's what do you call this climb, Danny?
There's no name.
No name?
I want to call it Fox Hollow.
So we've just done no name climb. Danny just said, "Oh, I haven't done this one in a while," and he pointed the Triton to it, and Jesus, I tell you what, I think he knows he's trading this thing in a couple of months, because I don't know if anyone would have driven it like that.
Nothing goes like a rental, mate.
That was a good little climb, that last one. That's it. They're all pretty good. Good day out.
It was.
Still got some more to do though.
Yeah.
Come back for that.
Yeah, definitely. We missed Newman's climb, so that's a bit more of a nail biter.
Yeah. Tackle that one another day. The good thing about this place is there's a mixture. It's not just hard. You know, there's hard sections, but there's plenty of stuff for novices too. Like if you're not into full-on hard wheeling, you can come out here and still learn the basics of getting off-road. So it's good like that. It's super close and handy. Oh, there's some good places in South Australia, but as far as, what is it, an hour from Adelaide?
If that, yeah.
If that. Yeah, it's a good training ground. Respect it and have a good time.
So obviously you can deck your car out and come out and test it before you go on that big trip. Make sure everything's working fine.
I mean, I think it goes to show that Danny's in a Triton here, obviously with a huge suspension kit through it, but, you know, the dual cab's obviously a massive market.
Yeah, just a 2-inch lift, good tyres, like even just an all-terrain, you don't need mud tyres.
Yep.
And the right tyre pressure and wheel placement's going to get you anywhere anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
These have a sneaky rear locker, which is great.
Yep.
Most common utes now do have rear lockers.
Yeah, I think without that, you would really struggle out here.
You'd be relying on the right foot a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But you know, like dual cab utes, even your I guess your softer four-wheel drive as well, like if you like your Hyundai Terracan and everything like that. There's been a few of those come out here in the park over the years. Again, it just comes down to experience and wheel placement. That's all you need. You don't need a big lifted truck on 38-inch tyres. You can get away with just 31s, all-terrains, and just a little bit of common sense.
Yep.
That's what the park's all about. It's here for everyone to look at, not just for a certain select group.
Yep. No, it's obviously set that up with a lot of scenic hilltop drives.
Yeah.
So,
and because it's so close to Adelaide, like, it just makes it so convenient for families just to get out just for a quick weekend. You can even wake up on a Sunday morning and go, you know what, let's just go do it. Do a quick loop.
Exactly right.
You can come out here and have lunch, or you can just do a quick pass. It's up to you. But I mean, a quick pass is going to be about 3.5 hours still.
Yeah. How much more? We're pretty much.
This is the last hill now, so we're heading back down towards the shed for airing up. So
yep.
Not far now.
Easy. Well, it's been a good day, so thank you very much, mate. Always appreciate it.
No worries.